The post-game show for your 2022-2023 Pacific Division champion, Sacramento Kings. They beat the Pelicans tonight, 121-103. We got it covered for you right here. I've got a special announcement I'm going to make. And Ryan and Sacktown all coming up for you next. Oh, boy. How are you? 121-103, 33 assists, 11 turnovers, over 40% from beyond the arc. That's going to win you a lot of basketball games, Rhino.
That is Sacramento Kings basketball in 2022-2023.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to nitpick now, and I don't like this, okay?
All right.
I don't like Coach Brown leaving the starters in until 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. I'm sorry. You know, the only thing that can derail this right now are injuries. Why are your starters on the floor in that situation when the game has been decided for several minutes? Makes no sense to me. Oh, and by the way, you've got a game tomorrow. Now, again, I feel kind of odd, criticizing Mike Brown, who's probably going to be the coach of the year, and the Kings now have 48 wins. But I don't get that, Ryan. That's the only thing that can really mess things up right now is an injury. Why are those guys on the floor with 3 minutes left to go in the game?
Grant, I don't get it either, but we better get used to it because we're at game 79 now? And Mike Brown has continued to do that. It makes no sense. We would have to be behind the walls to understand the reasoning behind it because the game is easily in hand at that point.
Yep. Keegan Murray, how good was he tonight? He ended up with 21 points. He made 7 threes in 10 opportunities and had 6 rebounds. He torched the Pelicans. They had no answer for him.
No answer for him whatsoever. And actually, not just Keegan. I thought the balance of the Kings starting offense was excellent.
Yeah.
You look at the box score, specifically the three-point shooting. Sabonis only takes 2. Harrison takes 3, Keegan 10 because he was rolling, and then Fox 6 and Herter 5. Maybe you get Herter a couple more, but that's winning formula right there for Sacramento with offensive balance.
Very good. I mean, no complaints at all. They were down 10 early, and you're like, uh-oh, here we go again, because they couldn't put the ball in the ocean in the first quarter, but yet they led by 3 points after the first quarter, despite shooting so poorly. And that was kind of a really good sign that, wait a minute, if you can lead by 3 and shoot that poorly, you should be able to control this game. And that's exactly what they did. They controlled the entire game. The Kings controlled every aspect of this game tonight.
Yeah, they absolutely did. And they did it against a pretty good team. I mean, New Orleans has been playing good basketball. They're in contention for the playoffs, play-in, however you want to say it. And it was an impressive win. It was an impressive win at home. Let's just put the road is home. So let's flip them now.
And another road win for the Sacramento Kings. Absolutely unbelievable. Jay chiming in, talking about Murray with only 70% from three-point land. Yeah, we love that. Sea-Dog says you can end the Mavs season tomorrow. You're right. If you go into Dallas and win, they're done. The Mavs got to win their final 3 games. So we'll see. 3 games left. Dallas tomorrow, home Golden State Friday at Denver. By the way, Denver with Jokic on the floor, they look like they're going to lose at Houston to the Rockets. How about that? All right.
Wow.
Matter of fact, they have lost. That game is over. That game is not even close. The Rockets beat Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets 124-103. I would love to be in that locker room right now listening to Michael Malone.
Yeah, he probably does not know the answer at this point because this has been going on for nearly a month at this point, Grant. And, it begs the question that you've been asking, how many teams are really better than the Kings in the Western Conference? And I don't think the Nuggets are necessarily one of them now.
I'll tell you who I think has the best chance right now to come out of the West. It's the Phoenix Suns.
Yes, if they stay healthy.
Of course.
If they stay healthy. But yes, I would agree with you.
Wow, incredible. So glad that everybody is joining us here on the post-game show. And I want to tell you about New Works Plumbing of Sacramento. Just go to sacserviceplumbing.com or call the number on your screen. New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you, and they're available around the clock 24/7 for all of your plumbing needs and repairs. That's sacserviceplumbing.com. New Works Plumbing, they've got a fix for you. So glad that everybody is joining us here. The Kings are the Pacific Division champions. They beat the Pelicans easily, 121-103.
So, Grant, Pacific Division champions, is that banner worthy to you?
It's not to me, but they'll put one up. It looks good in the arena, considering that they don't have a lot of banners. Not the way the games are played now and the seedings. It makes no difference at all. It's kind of like, okay, you can put it up, but no, it means nothing to me. It really doesn't. What it does mean is this team has ended the drought. They're going to the playoffs, but no, it really doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, see, that's why this banner would have that significance, because it does break the drought. But
Yes.
I agree with you. I tend to agree.
But again, maybe the Kings can just play all their playoff games on the road. Would you sign up for that? Because I would.
I would, absolutely. Yeah. I know the fans wouldn't, but I would.
No, I know. Well, you know what? We could work it out where for what should have been a Kings home game, the fans from Sacramento get first dibs on the tickets.
Oh, there you go.
All right. We can't screw over the fans. You're exactly right.
No, we can't. Maybe we could do like a neutral site. Maybe they can play at the Stockton Arena. There you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's really unbelievable though, isn't it? I mean, how this Kings team could be so much better on the road than they are at home. It's very puzzling to me. Very puzzling.
Well, let's hope they flip that on its head in the playoffs. Maybe they're just saving all their wins for the playoffs. That's what
25 road wins. All right, so here we go, Ryan. 3 games left. You need 2 for 50. I know you're not caught up on 50 that much, but it's a beautiful number. Probably going to tomorrow, Dallas, they're playing for their lives. Then you have Golden State on Friday and at Denver on Sunday.
I don't know. Well, Gordo isn't too high on 50 wins there. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, they certainly could get 50. Grant, I'm going to defer to you for a second, okay?
Well, you know what? It gives me an opportunity to tell you about Foster's and Paws. This is a very good opportunity for me to tell you as we welcome them back to our stream and all of the programming that we do here on YouTube and everything else. It's so great that I can talk about them because they truly are awesome at what they do. They are animal advocates and enjoy talking about them a lot when we had them on the first time. All right. So Foster's and Paws, they're just passionate animal advocates. And you know what? In a nutshell, they work really hard to save lives. And they all know that, rescue is not easy. It is very hard. They know that these animals are often abandoned by the humans they trusted. And so they got to create a relationship and bond with each of the animals that come into their care. They love their animals. They make a lifetime commitment to the animals and the new families that adopt from them. Just go to fostersandpaws.org. See, we got Gordo barking in the background just to have me lead into Foster's and Paws. That's fostersandpaws.org.
That's right. And he heard the other sponsor too about getting his teeth brushed. He wasn't too happy. He heard your voice and he's like, it's go time.
Yeah, we'll talk about our new sponsor, Gold Country Veterinarian, in a few moments. All right. What stood out to you the most? To me, it's taking care of the ball, the assist to turnover ratio tonight. I just think you hit it. We've been talking about this. The number is 30. 30 assists translates into a W.
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one thing that stands out. That is the number for the Kings. I think the other thing that stands out to me is Alex Lynn. And go with me here for a second. He's settling in pretty nice with the unit that's going to be on the floor in the playoffs. Before, he was a little clunky and a little awkward with the spacing, but he seems to be coming into this role pretty well. And it's nice to have a big body down there on defense because he is making a little bit of a difference.
He is making a difference. I think he's kind of earned his way into a playoff rotation for a couple of minutes. So we definitely need to point that out because he has played well. And Andrew, thank you very much for the kind words about New Works Plumbing. I love to see that. I will pass it on, and thank you very much. They are awesome. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So Alex Len, yes, Alex Len will, I think, get some minutes in the postseason. Absolutely.
Yeah, he has to. I mean, anything really stand out to you, Grant, as another reason that they really dominated tonight?
Yeah. They took care of the ball and they made threes. Simple as that. You know?
So we talk about the assist number. 30 assists usually is going to be a win. What do
Mhm.
you think the magic number for 3-point attempts is for the Kings?
Attempts.
Attempts.
Man, well, let's see what they did tonight in terms of attempts. So they took 42 and they made 17. I'm going to say 37 or more attempts. What do you think?
I think 40 is the
40?
number.
Okay.
I think 40 is their sweet spot. When they start to go over that, that takes away shots from Domas, who had a triple-double tonight, by the way.
Yep.
Can you believe
Yep.
that, Grant? I mean, he's only
No,
one
he's a
behind.
machine.
He's one behind Weber all time in Sacramento Kings
He's a
history.
machine.
Yeah,
He's a machine.
he absolutely is.
Right.
But yeah, that means that they're balancing out the offense to me. So if they have 43s, then that's where it's at. But when they go to 44, 50, that's when I get worried.
So now we're talking about who do the Kings fans want to see in the playoffs. The Lakers are playing in Salt Lake City right now, and they are leading the Jazz in a tight game, 71-65. The Lakers play the Clippers tomorrow. I would much rather see the Clippers than the Lakers or the Warriors in the first round. That I'm not saying it's easy, but if I got to choose, I'm choosing the Clippers over the Warriors or the Lakers.
100%. That's who I said. If you gave me anybody in the Western Conference, that's who I'm picking right now. That's in play. Well, the Kings have had good luck with the Clippers. Number one, number two, Paul George. He's in and out of the lineup. You know, Kawhi's going to get his, but the Clippers are kind of old. Let's be real about it. They're more of a veteran team, and on
Yep.
paper, while it doesn't look like a great matchup for the Kings, on the floor, the Kings play them very well. And Westbrook, he's the wild card. He's played well against the Kings in 2 meetings, but we'll have to see what it does when it comes time for the playoffs.
All right, I have an announcement to make. The Sacramento Kings are in the playoffs for the first time since 2006. And the response that we've been getting here on these shows has been overwhelming. It's been absolutely unbelievable. So I am coming to Sacramento for the playoffs, and I am going to be at different locations in Sacramento for watch parties. All right. And we will be doing our show, including from Bennett's, Roseville, Sacramento, soon coming to Rockland. Bennett's with their prime seafood and steaks, over 50 different types of wine available by the glass, the weekend brunch, the weekend prime rib. We've been getting such a positive response to so many people that have been visiting Bennett's. I will be there. Rhino, we're looking forward to it. We don't know the dates yet because we don't have the playoff dates, but we will all gather. There will be some other locations that I will be at in the Sacramento area for the Kings playoff game. So we can all hang out together if you're not going to the game or when they're on the road, and we can, watch it all together and have a blast. I'll put all of the information out, dates and times, as soon as we know them. Right now, it's impossible because we don't know what the schedule is.
Right.
But I'm pumped up. I'm coming to Sacktown. I'll be there for the entire first round of the playoffs.
How about that, folks? I am so pumped up to have you here, Napes, and everybody in the chat right now is going nuts.
Yeah, so really happy about it. Thank you, everyone, for your support. I miss Sack. Of course I do, Absolutely. I miss the fans. That's what I really miss more than anything. I miss the fans. I love talking to the fans and everything else. So, we are going to be doing the show from the location. Absolutely. Yes, indeed. So you'll be able to watch us do the show. And that's going to be fun, Going to be fun. You sure that Bennett's can handle the watch parties? No, I'm not sure. I'm positive. Okay.
Exactly.
I'm positive. Okay.
Exactly.
They got a lot of TVs there. Absolutely. So I don't know if I can get Jerry to the watch party. Jerry likes to watch the game. But when they're on the road, maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'll ask him. He's more than welcome. Jerry knows that. Jerry might even be watching right now. Jerry is welcome. Anything that I do, 24/7. And I know I speak for Ryan too. Anytime Jerry wants to join us, he can join us. I want Jerry on as much as possible. Anytime I can be in Jerry's presence and he can be in the presence of, you all, hey, I'm all for it. So whatever. Absolutely. Whatever.
Amen to
But
that. Amen to
yep.
that. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on tickets to a game. You can come watch it with us.
Okay. Good stuff. Well, good. I'm glad you'll attend. I'm glad that you'll be at Golden One Center. All right, for game one. Good for you. Really happy. Don't know whether it's going to be the Bennett's in Roseville or in Fair Oaks yet. We are deciding that. But don't worry. We'll make sure that you get all of the information. All of the information. By the way, speaking of Jerry, he's going to be on with us tomorrow at 3:00 Pacific. So we'll talk to him. Is Jerry the reason why they lost to the Spurs? Did Jerry bring bad luck to the Kings? I don't think so, right?
No, absolutely not. Jerry is never bad luck for the Kings.
All right. What's the update on the people that still have not received their T-shirts?
T-shirts, certain sizes had to be reordered. Demand was big, so they are going out as fast as possible. I just picked up more sizes today, so some of those will be going out. Some will be hand-delivered. So thank you for your patience. We are trying to get them out as quickly as possible.
You know what, Rookie? You get the new casino. You get in contact with them and ask them. And if you can arrange it, I'll do it. Eduardo.
Hola.
Pam. Absolutely. Pam, your shirt should have shipped by now. We just went over that. Okay. So I appreciate your patience. All right.
Oh,
right, Rhino? I mean,
yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Speaking of the shirts, all right, if you do want to order one, there it is. And we appreciate it. All you need to do is go to ifyoudon'tlikethat.com shop or grantnapier.com. So Pam, everyone else, thank you. I'm serious. Thank you. And I do appreciate your patience. All right. We had more of a demand that I'm going to be honest than we thought. We had to reorder some more shirts and it's not like they're printed overnight. So we really appreciate your patience. And more than anything, I appreciate your support. And I know I speak for Ryan as well.
Yeah,
so thank you very much.
Absolutely. And we had to guess the sizes too on the stock that we had. So when we run out of certain sizes, that's what triggers the reorder. And we have to have a certain number to reorder. So thank you for your patience.
Absolutely. 121 to 103. So glad that everybody is here. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you, everybody else. And love all of the support. All right. I think you're going to have the 3 seed for sure. Yeah, Memphis won tonight. I think you got to be realistic. Could they? Yeah, they could. They own the tiebreaker. But yeah, Ryan, I really think we're looking at a 3 seed for the Sacramento Kings. How amazing is that?
It's pretty awesome, and I don't see it any other way. I mean, Memphis may catch Denver, but we're locked in at 3. We're locked in.
Yeah. Dash, thank you very much for your support. Appreciate it. Yeah, Alex Len is a guy that's been there before. He plays. And so, yeah, if they play the Lakers, beat LA is right. Absolutely. And thank you very much for your donation. Really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right. So tomorrow, you think you're getting the A version of the Dallas Mavericks, or do you think they're going to continue their slide and after tomorrow, with 2 games remaining, after tomorrow, they'll be done?
I think the better question is, are you getting the A version of the Sacramento Kings tomorrow on a back-to-back?
I think you will.
Okay.
Because you know why? They're on the road.
This is true. I think that the Dallas Mavericks probably will not come out and give their A version. And even if they do give their A version, I'm not worried about their A version against the Kings. I think now, especially with Kessler Edwards, being able to do some time on Kyrie, do some time on Luka, they have enough there to focus on those 2.
Should Sabonis and Fox rest? No. Why would they rest for? They haven't rested all year. And here's the other deal. The Kings play on Sunday, where nobody will probably play, and then they don't play again until Saturday or Sunday. They're going to have off a whole week. You don't want to have them too much rest.
No, absolutely not. You want to keep the momentum going. There's a difference between resting them completely and ramping them down a little bit. If you can do that and still win ball games, then absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, I also want to thank our newest sponsor, Gold Country Veterinary and Hospital. They are located in Auburn, serving the foothills and the greater Sacramento area. Remember now, full service veterinary medicine. They do dentistry, surgery, and wellness care. And they're also dedicated to urgent care. So when your pet needs to be seen, they are available. And they are very proud of their pain management protocols. They maximize faster recovery for the surgical and dental patients. That is Gold Country Veterinary Hospital in Auburn, serving the greater Sacramento area. And we are grateful for their support here on our shows. 121-103. The Kings beat the Pelicans and they clinch the Pacific Division Championship. 3 games left. Dallas tomorrow, Golden State on Friday, and then Denver coming up on Sunday. Now, update. The Lakers are leading the Jazz. 5 minutes left in the third, 84-76. The Warriors are playing the Thunder, and with 30 seconds left in the first quarter, it's 34-32 Oklahoma City. Anita, you are right about Dallas. They are a hot mess. And the Kings, I agree with you. I think they're going to win the game tomorrow. I think it's going to be close. I like the Kings tomorrow against Dallas. I like the way they match up against Dallas. And I think they got a really good chance of winning that game tomorrow.
Yeah, and there's reports out there that the Mavericks may be shutting down Kyrie and Luka. Have you heard those reports?
I did, but Luka blew him off today and said, there's no way I'm not playing tomorrow. If the game means something, I'm playing. Don't even talk to me about it. We're all playing. We're not giving up. If we have something to play for, we're playing. Now, if the Mavs lose tomorrow, then you won't see those two in the final 2 games. But they are playing tomorrow based on what Luka said after practice today. He said, there's no way I'm not playing. He says, I'm playing. We have something to play for. I'm playing.
Good for him. Good for him. I respect that.
Yep.
Because a lot's been said about them and the protected picks with the lottery. But, this home stretch, these next 2 games, I really hope they roll into Sacramento with a win over Dallas, and they put the icing on the cake with the Warriors and give the fans that thank you that they have not gotten the last couple games at Golden One Center.
Now, keep in mind that tomorrow the Lakers play the Clippers. Now, and again, I don't have a crystal ball, if the Lakers win tonight, I believe that the winner of tomorrow's game will be a top 6 seed, and the loser will be in the play-in tournament. Tomorrow's game in LA, Clippers and Lakers, is gigantic, and it will affect the Kings and their possible first-round matchup.
And I for one am polling for the Clippers if that happens to be the case.
Me too.
A lot of questions have been surrounding the Warriors as well. I know you talked about a scenario on the Listen App show. What's that could happen with the Warriors?
Okay, so let's just call it the way it is. I don't think anybody right now is going to be like lining up to play the Phoenix Suns, okay? If I'm the Warriors and I have a choice based on the final 2 games of being a 5th seed and playing Phoenix or a 6th seed and playing Sacramento, I'm choosing Sacramento, okay? I'm not saying that means that you're going to beat Sacramento if you're the Warriors, but I think that you do not want to play the Phoenix Suns as long as they're healthy. So that could factor into how Steve Kerr handles the final 2 games, depending on what the standings look like when we wake up on Friday morning. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. And why would you even look past the second or the first round? You would say you wouldn't be worried about future matchups. I think either way you cut it, it's going to be the Kings that you want to see. So,
you can't get to the second round if you don't win the first round. So I'm with you.
Exactly.
I don't, what's the saying? You can't win 2 in a row until you win 1, right?
There you go. Well said. Well said.
Yep.
And Grant,
I'm with you.
And Grant Napier's coming back to Sacramento. How's that feel, buddy? Are you excited?
I'm pumped up. Yeah, I'm going to be there for a lot of the. Again, I'm going to be on location. We're going to have a lot of watch parties. We'll be doing the show together. And so what I'm going to do is I'm getting there a couple of days early, and I'm going to go and test out all the restaurants or all the locations that we're going to be at to make sure that the Wi-Fi is good and everything. Because, one of the main reasons is to be able to do our shows at these locations.
Yep.
We want to make sure that we are, up and running with no issues. So I'll be working on all of that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, the response again, very overwhelming. Everybody's super excited. So that'll be a
I'm
lot of
excited
fun.
too. I'm really pumped up. 121-103. The Thunder are leading the Warriors 41-36 with the second quarter just underway. That would be something if the Thunder were able to beat the Warriors in that game tonight. That would change a lot of things, you know?
Yes, it would. And I wouldn't put it
Yes.
past them. They very well could.
Yeah, these will be open invite. That's correct. Yes, open invite. All right. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate your support. Really much looking forward to being there, and everyone else. Again, I don't have the locations yet, but you will. All right. I promise you, everything will be there. You know, and the other thing you can do, you can follow me on Twitter at
Yes.
Grant Napier Show, and I put everything on my Twitter account. I'll put locations, times. We'll have it here. We just don't know yet because we don't know what the playoff schedule is going to be. And once we have all of that down, you'll know it. All right. So follow me on Twitter at Grant Napier Show, and you'll get all the information as well there. Really pumped up. Looking forward to it. It's hard to believe that we're in the final week of the regular season and we're not talking about the lottery.
It is, Grant. It's foreign. We've been doing it the last 15, 16 years, but it's also exciting. It's hard to believe that we're just in the last week of the season. I remember when you said, "Oh, well, I might do a pre or a post game show here and there," and look at us now. We're doing shows every single game, and we're almost to game 82. So it's been a fun ride, and I can't wait for what's next.
All right, we've had a lot of fun on the stream following fans abroad and in different parts of the country. Dave and Tammy Anderson, this was them when the Kings clinched in Portland with their signs. We're in the playoffs, light the beam. So great job, great photo. So glad that you were able to enjoy seeing the Kings clinch in Portland. Dave and Tammy Anderson, so happy to be able to feature you here. And if you want to be shown right here, all you need to do is send me your photo to gnapier@gmail.com. Now, I've gotten a lot of photos from people that are at the Golden One Center and everything else. That's fine. I love watching them. I respond if you hit me up on email, but I'm looking for more international flavor and flavor abroad. And the reason for that is I already know how great the fans are in Sacramento. We get that. Okay. I'm well aware of that. And I'm not diminishing your support and all your Kings gear and everything else. But if I were going to show people at games in Sacramento, I mean, I would have too many pictures to put up on the screen. So I'm looking for the international flair and for people that are watching in other parts of the country. Okay. Now, if you have an unbelievable picture from Sacramento, yeah, you might get on our show. All right. And that doesn't mean don't send them to me, but I'm just letting you know what the criteria is for getting up on the screen.
You New Yorkers, you're hard graders, man.
I know.
You are
I know.
difficult graders. Whew.
Okay, well, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Okay, like I say, send me your pictures, and I'm getting pictures of people standing in front of the Golden One Center with their Kings gear. I'm getting pictures of people, inside the Golden One Center, and that's great.
Mhm.
I love seeing them. And some of these fans I actually remember seeing.
Yeah.
But like when I get a picture of four guys walking down a beach in Da Nang, Vietnam in their J. Will jerseys, that's pretty freaking special. You know what I'm saying?
No, it absolutely is. And that's kind of like a once in a lifetime thing too, though. So you got to balance that out. I'd say that's the outlier. I mean, how often are you going to get that one?
I know.
But
well, you never know. So send me your photos to gnapier@gmail.com. All right. Send them to me. Even if they're from Sacramento. I'm not saying I won't use them.
yeah.
So send them to me. gnapier@gmail.com. What do you think, Rhino? Tomorrow? You think King? All right. So here we go. 3 games left. They're going to have 50 wins or not?
No.
No?
Nope.
So that means you think they lose tomorrow then, right?
Yes, I think they lose.
Okay.
I think they lose. No, I think they lose Denver the last game. Excuse me.
Right. Yes, Stan. And that was pretty amazing to be at that game. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right. 121-103, 48 wins, 25 wins on the road. You know what is and I shouldn't say ashamed, but I think you understand the point I'm trying to make. If I had told you at the beginning of the season that the Kings would have a minimum of 25 road wins, you would go, oh, wow, it's going to be a 50-plus win season. When you win 25 games on the road, and that could be as much as 27, you should really have at least 50 wins. It is so frustrating to me how the Kings have let so many games get away from them at home. Could you imagine? I mean, seriously.
Well, yeah. I mean, we kind of breached that subject the other night. I mean, they would be flirting with 60 just if you look at some of the bad teams they lost to at home. But at the same time, you look at the season on a whole, Grant, and it's hard to nitpick and think of the what ifs, right? What does it really change in this Western Conference if they would have had 60 wins?
Well, I don't know what the extent of Jamal Murray's injury is, but I will say this, okay? They will not win the West without him, okay?
No.
That is the case. Now, we talk about injuries, correct?
Yes.
And again, I'm nitpicking here, but I did not understand why Mike Brown keeps his starters in all the way until the 3-minute mark of the fourth quarter in a blowout. Okay. I just don't get that. Again, he's done it all year. I can't second guess a guy that's going to be coach of the year. I'm just questioning it. Murray left early in the second quarter with a right thumb sprain. Okay. Now he entered the game as questionable with the same injury, and he re-injured it. So I don't know what that means. A thumb sprain can be a real big issue for a basketball player that can take a long time.
Well, also a point guard that's dribbling the ball a lot of the time as well, and especially if that's on his shooting hand, that could be a problem. I mean, going back to your your Mike Brown stuff, and him leaving the starters in it. I would have thought he got the wake up call when Sabonis got hurt in garbage time early in the season.
Yep.
That
Good
should have
point.
been the shock to the system, and it wasn't. So I would love to have that question asked of Mike Brown by a local member of the media or, somebody that has access. I think that would be a great thing to get an answer to.
Yeah. 121 to 103. I'd like to know too. Absolutely. I don't get it. I don't understand it. That game was over with 6 minutes left to go, and you don't take your starters out until 3 minutes to go, up by 20 points. I mean, the reason why I'm mentioning this is I always like to play the what if.
Right.
What if, with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left, the Kings lost one of their key players for a couple of weeks because they were injured? What do you think we'd be talking about on this entire postgame show and nothing else? What would we be talking about?
We'd be talking about why he was in the game.
Right. Correct.
And doom
Absolutely.
and gloom, the season's over. That's what the conversation would be. Look, Grant, I think it's a team by team thing with Mike Brown and who they're playing. And I think maybe it's a little bit, if you're playing the Warriors and you're up 20, maybe it's different, right? But you're playing the Pelicans who only shoot 23 pointers a game. They're not coming back. And you would still have room to get the guys back in to, stop the bleeding at some point. So I think that's where it's at for me. It's like, the team's not coming back.
Lydia, the answer to your question is the thumb hasn't been a problem all year. Okay. It's been a non-issue. So it really doesn't matter whether it's healing or not. It's a non-issue. It's been a non-factor since he hurt it day one. He missed one game and he got 13 triple doubles. He's a walking machine. The thumb has been a non-issue for him. So we don't even need to discuss it. Doesn't matter whether it's healing or not. 121 to 103. The Kings beat the Pelicans tonight, and they do it in easy fashion. Now it's a quick flight to Dallas and taking on a Mavs team who are literally playing for their playoff lives tomorrow and for their final two games. It's very simple. If Dallas loses tomorrow, they're done.
Yep.
So you should get the best version that the Mavericks have.
Yeah, theoretically you should. And hopefully the Kings show up with their best version, not a big travel, from New Orleans to Dallas. So they should be well rested and ready to go and, knock them out, make it one less person that can get in the dance.
Michael, if I had 6 numbers, I'd win the lottery. Nobody goes 38-3 at home. Okay, stop it already, would you please? All right, 121-103. The Kings win, and they now have 48 wins on the year and 25 on the road. I don't know who. It wasn't me. I had the Kings winning 128 to 14. You had them winning 129 to 115.
129, 116. You did 129.
128, 115.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever. I don't know. I didn't keep track of all the predictions. I just like to do it because it is going to be fun. All right. You asked me this earlier on the halftime show.
Okay.
All right. And you said, Napes, what's wrong with Trey Lyles?
Yes.
13 minutes tonight, 0 of 4, 3 rebounds. Everything else was empty, and 3 fouls.
Yep. And Napes, the fouls were not like, in the play fouls. They were like, I've got to stop the guy or else it's going to be a it's going to be a layup or, a fast break. And that's what concerned me. It was something's up with him, Napes. And at this point, if there is something up with him, isn't it better just to sit him out? That's why you have the cushion.
I would think so. They know better than we do,
They do.
So,
but he's a guy, if the Kings are going to make a run in the playoffs, he absolutely has to be in that 9-10 man rotation.
I don't disagree with you. And he has to play well. Murray was on fire tonight. He really was. He made 7 of 10 from distance. One of the reasons why the Kings were able to win 121 to 103. I know that I don't want to peek ahead to Friday. What an epic night that could be. How much fun could that be for the Warriors and the Kings on Friday night?
It would be very epic for many different reasons. I don't want to peek ahead either, set the bar too high because of what's happened the last 2 times we've talked about a home game like this, but it would be the big thank you to the fans that these fans deserve.
The Lakers lead the Jazz at the end of 3 quarters, 97-93. The Thunder lead the Warriors 53-47 with 5 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Those are both huge scores as it relates to Sacramento. And the game tomorrow with the Lakers and the Clippers is gigantic. It's huge, okay? It is absolutely huge. If the Clippers lose tomorrow, I'd say it is unlikely that they would play the Kings in the first round. All right? Unlikely. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen. I'm just saying unlikely.
So you'd lean a little bit more than to the Warriors at that point.
Over the Lakers? Personally, I would. Yeah. I think the Warriors' inconsistency this year, and I know the Lakers, but the Lakers can point to injuries.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
When the Lakers are healthy, do you want to be matched up with that team and with that experience? And I hate to say this, with the officials?
Well, no. You bring that aspect into it, but you talk about Anthony Davis, Grant, who's going to guard him? If he is healthy, who guards Anthony Davis?
Nobody.
That's the problem. And when you say matchups, that is it right there. The Warriors, at least you can match up a little bit better there on the perimeter.
That's correct. Again, if you're a Kings fan, and I hate to say this about a team that's the defending champs, here's the X factor for the Warriors. It's Andrew Wiggins. We don't know how Andrew Wiggins is going to play when he comes back because he's been out for so long.
Yes.
Has he been inactive? Has he been working out? He says he has, but all players say that. Could he come back and have a muscle strain because he hasn't been playing basketball? How are the Warriors going to bring him along in practice? Is he going to play Friday night? If so, how many minutes? Then is he going to play on Sunday in Portland? If so, how many minutes? Then is he going to start when it's game 1? And if the Warriors are healthy and Wiggins is fitting in and doing what he does, do you want to play them? Give me the Clippers. Give me the Clippers over the Warriors or the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely. We're on the same page there. But still, I would take, in that situation, I would still take the Warriors over the Lakers. With Wiggins assimilated in, no injuries, chemistry's good, I would still go Warriors over Lakers.
Meaning you'd rather play the Lakers than the Warriors?
I'd rather play the Warriors than the Lakers.
Oh, rather play the Warriors. So you don't want to see LeBron or Anthony Davis under any circumstances,
I don't want
right?
to see LeBron's LeBron. I don't want to see Anthony Davis because when you look at those 3 teams, There's one guy that is the specific unguardable matchup for the Kings, and it's AD. Sabonis can do his best, but who off the bench? People are saying Alex Len. Anthony
Yeah.
Davis is going to blow by him like that. So,
Yeah.
that's what scares me, Grant, about the Lakers.
All right. So when you get in your Yukon gear?
Well, I'm calling around all the different Goodwills, see if I can find anything. No, I'm gonna order something tonight. So, and congrats to Connor, by the way. I know
Well, congrats to you. I mean, if I told you, 3 weeks ago that San Diego State would be playing on Monday night in the national championship game, hello.
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to David Velasquez, one of my good friends who's an assistant coach, and he said the vibe with the team and the program and the locker room was just so much appreciation for even getting the experience and now just a hunger to get back. And just what it's done for the program is unspeakable, especially in a market like San Diego where there's really no big team. They are it now.
How's their team look for next year?
They're looking good. They're losing a decent amount of seniors, but they do have some good recruits coming in. So they're confident that they're going to pick up right where they left off.
That's good stuff.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
The Kings are 48 wins on the year. The Lakers and the Jazz are tied at 97 with 10 minutes left to go in the fourth. I give the Jazz a lot of credit, man.
Heck yeah.
Now they have gone ahead of the Lakers 99-97. Meanwhile, the Thunder, with 5 minutes left to go in the first half against the Warriors in San Francisco, lead 58-55. The Suns are blowing out the Spurs. 2 minutes left to go in the half, 66-44. The Timberwolves beat the Nets. The Grizzlies won their game against the Blazers, and Denver got blown out tonight, and they lost Jamal Murray again with an injury to his thumb, a existing injury. So, they are going to be holding their breath at the Mile High City. That's a bad loss for them. And now when you look at things, the Nuggets are 2 games up in the loss column over Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
They are now 52-27. Memphis wins their 50th. They are 50-29.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't think they've updated the standings. I think Memphis is 51-29. Because I think Memphis beat the Clippers in their last game, so this would be their second win. They haven't yet quite updated the standings. I'm going to update them for you right now. But Memphis could still, right? They could still end up catching Denver. But I mean, Denver. I don't know about Denver right now. I don't think anybody knows about Denver right now.
No, and Jokic, he had the calf issue, right? That's what they were saying.
Yeah, he played tonight.
But, if you even have some lingering injuries between him and Murray, that changes that entire basketball team right there.
Sure does.
They're not, in my opinion, Grant, they're not like a Memphis team that would be able to get by like Memphis got by without Ja for the 6 or 7 games. It wouldn't be the same.
So, again, I look at Memphis and they're 2 games behind Denver, 2 games in front of Sacramento. And I got, the Grizzlies, if they get Steven Adams back.
Yes.
All right. If they get Steven Adams back. And again, that is the updated standings. That was their 50th win tonight, because I forgot the Grizzlies lost to Chicago over the weekend. So those are the standings that are updated. But they get Steven Adams back, they're going to be in a very difficult out as well. That's not going to be any picnic playing the Memphis Grizzlies.
No, it is not. And Steven Adams is leader of that team as well. So he's got veteran experience. And Memphis has been hot. They have been very hot. So there's some very good possible matchups in the future, or in this playoff series, or, this playoff season. That we could see, and hopefully the Kings are involved in them.
All right. Again, the Kings win. Any final thoughts?
No. Can't wait to have you here back in Sacramento, buddy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll be there for the playoffs, and we'll be doing watch parties. I'll give you all of the locations and times once the playoff schedule comes out, but I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And thank you very much for everyone's support. We're going to be doing this again tomorrow. Ryan will be on with the pregame. But before that, Jerry Reynolds right here at 3:00. So we'll talk to Jerry leading up to the Dallas game, and leading up to the playoffs. Jerry Reynolds tomorrow at 3. Then I will be on Listen App. After that, Ryan will be right here at 4:30. Is that game tomorrow at 4:30 or 5 California time? I forgot to look.
I'm guessing 5. I'll double check.
Yeah. All right. So you'll be doing the show at 4:30, and then I'll be on with you at halftime and post-game show.
Perfect. Can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to double check the time of that game tomorrow too in Dallas. I just want to make sure that game starts at 5:00 Pacific, and here it is. No, it starts at it's a 5:30 start California time.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So we'll be on at 5 for the pregame show.
So 5:30 Pacific, you'll be coming on at 5.
Yep. You got it.
You ready to roll or what?
Dude, I'm ready to roll my sleeves up to my freaking neck. Let's go, Grant. Let's go. I hope they get 50, but I'm just targeting that Friday game at home against the Warriors.
The Lakers, to update that score, it's 102-99 Lakers, 102-99 Lakers with 9 minutes left to go in the fourth. Thunder are leading the Warriors 63-57 with 3.5 left to go in the second quarter. I'll tell you, that Lakers-Jazz game coming down to the wire, 102-101. All right. Thank you very much. Amazing. Let's see what this says. Amazing that your rant got them to take the crew on the road. No, my rant did not. But thank you very much. I'll take the credit. All right, buddy. Have a good night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll do it all over again in a little less than 24 hours.
Sounds good, partner.
All right. And thank you to everyone for joining us right here on If You Don't Like That. So long, everybody.